major international story as the biggest artist in the world. Taylor Swift had to cancel several concerts over an alleged planned terrorist attack. I want to put up just this post here from Variety on Live Now from Fox. Says 2 men have been arrested in an ISIS-connected terrorist plot against Taylor Swift's concerts in Vienna, Austria, as 3 concerts have been canceled by authorities. As they said on Wednesday, 2 suspects arrested in connection with plans for an alleged attack on that region. Swift was due to play 3 shows in Vienna between Thursday, August 8th and Saturday, August 10th. Those dates were canceled, according to the organizer, the promoter of those concerts in Austria, saying in a statement, with confirmation from government officials of a planned terrorist attack, we have no choice but to cancel the 3 scheduled shows for everyone's safety. Let's bring in right now, for more understanding, TMZ executive producer Michael Babcock. Michael, thank you so much for joining us here on Live Now from Fox. And Taylor Swift, the biggest star on the globe, had to have a canceled concert. What do we make of these developments? And this has to be a serious allegation for them to pull the plug on a concert, doesn't it?
Hey, Andy, thanks for having me. You're absolutely right. And we were just a day away from these concerts happening. Quite literally, police in Vienna made an arrest today. The concerts were scheduled for tomorrow and the 2 days afterwards. And this is a massive arena. I mean, you're talking of upwards, 60, 70, perhaps even more people each night, nearly 200,000 people over the course of the 3 nights. And for them to cancel it, it just shows you how real that police in Austria believe that this threat is. Now, there was a 19-year-old man that was arrested today. Police raided his home. They said that he had become radicalized online and had just last month, Andy, in July, pledged allegiance to ISIS. And now here we are again, just weeks later, and seemingly there was a plot, and it's not exactly clear what the plan was here, but there was some sort of terrorism plot. Police believe that they have minimized, the threat. But they did also allude to there still being some sort of abstract threat out there. And I think ultimately that's why they didn't make the arrest and cancel the show, or they didn't cancel the shows, rather, I should say, because there was a plot that had now sort of been snuffed out. No, they actually think there still could be a threat to those many thousands of fans.
Yeah, that is very interesting because, like you've mentioned, there are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people going to these concerts. They were here in the United States, the Eras Tour, now abroad in Austria. And I think the international subject of the Paris Olympics going on. So there's a lot of kind of eyes and security levels threat. Can you talk about the security for Taylor Swift and some of her concerts? Because, like I said, she is the biggest artist in the world. They don't take security lightly. How secure, how tight are some of these venues that she goes to?
Incredibly tight. Look, we know anytime any of us now, you go to a sporting event or you go to a concert, it's different than it used to be. There is an increased measure of security now, and it's tenfold almost for Taylor Swift, just because of how big of a fan, big of a star that she is. And it depends on the city, it depends on the country, but you'll see metal detectors often. You'll see people wanded, pat down. So there is an increased level of security. But at the end of the day, when you've got thousands and thousands of people going into a building and converging on one area, I mean, it's impossible to fully guarantee everyone's safety. And it's clear here, despite the fact that they didn't want to do this, it's a big deal for for a city to get Taylor Swift coming, not just for 1 show but 3 shows. That was a big deal for the fans in Vienna, and they're obviously bummed out. All of the people are going to get refunds, but unfortunately, they're not going to see Taylor Swift. But at the end of the day, the choice was made to just make sure, even if out of an abundance of caution, make sure everyone's safe.
Yeah, everyone is safe. And I think you can just see how much she cares for her Swifties, her fans at all of these venues just by the performance, the amount of songs that she performs. Is there anything else she can do? And maybe can you speak to maybe how, as an artist, she is connected so personally with so many fans?
Yeah, I mean, some people may have heard about this awful attack that happened in the UK just a couple of days ago, and where you had a 6, 7, and a 9-year-old child brutally murdered. And that wasn't a Taylor Swift concert, but it was a Taylor Swift themed event. And even just her reaction to that show. And I think, whether you like her music, don't like her music, or even like her personally, I think most people could agree that Taylor Swift seems to be a really good, caring person, and someone who really does care about and cherish her fans. And I would imagine that it really has to badly hurt her to know that that there was a plan to hurt a lot of people at one of her shows.
Yeah, very, very sad as people really clamor over these. They can look forward to these shows for months on end, and sad to have these three canceled over an alleged planned terrorist attack. All right, Michael, thank you again. I appreciate your time here on Live Now from Fox to break it all down.
Anytime, Andy. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. All right.